How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. How are you guys doing? Man, K Kanza is in the building. K Kanza, good morning to you. So, let me burn up. So, how was your Sylvester Obianke? Good morning to you. As you join me, like and share, bring in more people. You've seen the topic this morning, we are going to discuss politics. Yeah, so we are going to discuss politics. You've already seen the title, Trump fulfills his campaign promises. K. Kanza, I appreciate you big time. I appreciate you, K. Kanza. Good morning. I appreciate you big time. So guys, as you join me, like and share, bring in more people. I appreciate you big time, K. Kanza. Thank you so much. Yes, I got people. Yes, so too much a fizzy. Yes, I came out early today. I came out. Appreciate you, K. Kanza, big time. That's it. That's how it is. Well, guys, this morning we are going to discuss politics. And you know how we do it here. We say things the way they are. I don't run program to please anybody. Yes. Too much a fizzy. Help me share this live broadcast. Also, like the program. I want more people to join us before we get started. There are so many African politicians that watches my program, so I want them to join us now. Many of these politicians, well, before I go further, I want to remind them that I am older than many of them. These people you call leaders, I am older than a lot of them. The present leaders you have in Africa now, the governors, only the presidents are much more older than me, but most of these governors you have in Africa, I'm older than them, or they are my age mates. And these are the people, not not these present leaders. These are the people that chased us away from Africa. And this morning they are going to hear from me. All these leaders, they are the ones that chased us away from Africa. And this morning they are going to hear from me. So if you know any politician, send this program to the politician. Any politician you know, send the program to him or to her. Let them gather here. Fully Shop, thank you for liking. Fully Shop, thank you for liking. Man, send this broadcast to politicians this morning. Send this in to politicians. Man, I am frustrated here. Do you understand me? I am frustrated here. And I will tell you why I am frustrated. Send this program to politicians. Akinola Abiodun Remedy, good morning to you. Send this program to politicians. Any politician you know in Africa. This platform, yes, so we will touch that area. Every African man or woman, the whole countries are here. This is an international platform for everybody. All African country citizens are here. So send this program to any politician you know. Send this into any politician you know. More time, I'm going to look into that Congo because I have no idea what's going on in Congo. I'm going to search it and then I'm going to talk about Congo. I will do it definitely because I have a lot of Congolese friends here. Jack Griffin said Congo, Rwanda, and South Africa. Well, I have reason why I came out this morning. Share this broadcast and listen to me first. This issue of Congo, come in, boss, tell me what's going on. Somebody, Jack Griffin, you spoke about Congo, Rwanda, and South Africa. You can send videos to me so that I can watch the videos, then I'll use it. I'm ready to talk today. I can go live 3 times today. I can spend the whole time online today. The whole time I have time. Chiropractor. You have a question, then ask quick. You said you have a question. Chiropractor. Adam Smith, you say I should not mind him. Okay. Why did you say that? You said I shouldn't mind him. So, guys, I want more people to join us before we hit the road. We are about to take off. Bring in more people. Let's take off. Bring in more people. Let's take off. Man, still, I've not bought myself lipstick. I mean, that's what lipstick. I'm not a woman. My lip is always dry. Don't mind me. Let it remain. I am who I am. So, guys, nobody is sharing. Nobody is liking. Man, I need to wait for my guys to join me and like and share. I don't know what's going on. I need to wait for my guys everybody to be here. Chiropractor, ask your question. Do you understand me? I want more people to join on TikTok. My TikTok page has crowd now. Has crowd. Nobody has joined. Are people still? Where are my guys? Okay. Let me start by, somebody said, we came here for a spiritual program, but that's one of my fan that lives in Poland. I think he lives in Poland. We came here for spiritual listen. I'm going to touch it a bit. Yes, I will touch it a bit, but I want to say what's on my mind now. How many are we here? Let's go. Well, I want to start talking when the house is full. I want to start talking when the house is full. But let me touch this spiritual. Yes, Krakow, Poland is represented. Akinola Abiodun Remedy is in Poland. Akinola, how is life in Poland? Are you free there? Is it like, Central Europe, Western Europe, like where you are completely free? Are they not behaving like African people? Do you understand me? Are you completely free in Poland? Please let me know. Because some of these people, not all, some of these people, no, I've met some Poland people. They seem to be good, truth be told. Some Poland people I met here are not so But there are some Eastern, I don't need to say because I don't want, well, yes, so Jack Griffin, I saw that comment. Beloved, I see you big time. Beloved, I see you big time. People are now. So Akinola said, very peaceful, no crime. In Central Europe, we walk freely, even in the middle of the night. But are you being discriminated? Are you loved as a black man? So now let's go. I have a lot of people now. Adiola Bella from Boston, USA. Now, the house is full. Adiola Bello, let's go. Now, I have a full house on YouTube. So let's go. You have already seen the topic. Trump fulfills his campaign promise. Listen, this morning I'm going to say it the way it is. I'm going to say my mind. This morning I'm going to say my mind. You know, because there are so many people that don't want you to say your mind. They want you to say what they like to hear. I am sorry to disappoint. Even I'm not sorry for disappointing you. I cannot be sorry for saying the truth. No, I cannot be sorry. I cannot be sorry for saying the truth. Now listen to me. If you look at Trump, Trump is doing the right thing. I know that there are so many African Americans following my page, but let them watch this video. I mean, this is my program after. All these are African Americans that are following my page, my platform. They should watch this program after when they wake up. Listen, Trump, now I'm the person saying it. Trump is doing the right thing. Trump puts the interests of his citizens, Americans, first. Trump cares for his citizens. Why should you hate a man who cares for his own people? Why? You hate a man, you call him a Nazi, a racist, because he cares for his own people. Trump said Americans first. That is what, sensible leaders are supposed to do. If you are upset, if you are dissatisfied that Trump asked you to leave, you go build your country. Listen attentively, let me talk this morning. Before I address this issue of Trump, before I address this issue, I don't want to. Somebody said there is no. See, listen. Why are Africans displaced? Don't you know that all the African people you see that are seeking for asylum status in the West are displaced? How many Europeans are seeking for asylum in African country or outside Europe? How many Europeans are seeking for asylum as a refugee outside Europe? Listen, when you look at African people, we are wanderers. We are seeking for how to survive. Anybody, even the rich and the poor, everybody is running away from Africa. Listen, share this program. Invite these politicians, these cruel, wicked politicians to join this program. Invite them. Why did we leave Africa? What pushed us away from Africa? Because of these tyrants you call rulers. The black man loves oppressing his fellow black man. Listen, all the politicians you have in Africa, when I was small, please help if you know any politician, because what they know how to do very well is to oppress, arrest, and intimidate. What they know how to do is to oppress, arrest, and intimidate. Tag this program to them. Let them hear me this morning. When I was small, did you know what pushed us away from Africa? Did you know why? Up to tomorrow. Man, if you watch my videos, listen, 80% of African people want to leave Africa. 80% of African citizens, people living in Africa, black African, they want to leave Africa. Did you know why? It is not as if they have nothing to eat or they have no place to live. But let me tell you why a lot of them. It's not only because of harsh economic conditions. Let me tell you why. When I was a little boy, listen to me attentively. These politicians, these wicked rulers you have in Africa, I mean they talk about. Let me tell you what they did and how they oppressed us. Growing up, these leaders you have in Africa, each time their wives, their women, their wives, their relatives, their daughters become pregnant, they send them to America. In the early 80s, they send them to UK. Middle 80s, they send them to United Kingdom to go and deliver babies. Why do you think they send their wives, their daughters to America to go and deliver babies? To get birthright citizenship. To get American, I'm going to call names, to get American passports and United Kingdom passports. These are the politicians, the rich ones. These politicians, then you see in the news, the president's daughter flew to UK. The president's daughter flew to United States to go deliver a baby. Newspapers will carry it. Then there wasn't anything like social media. Then what? The next thing is, all the governors' children, many of them were born in America. Senators' children, politicians' children, all their children were born in America. They were, God bless Trump. God bless Trump. Anybody that come here and say otherwise, God bless Trump. If not for anything, for these African politicians, it will not stop at that. God bless Trump for canceling that birthright citizenship. Yes, I am the person saying it. These politicians, whenever their wife, their daughters, anybody that is related to them want to have a baby, they fly to UK, they fly to America to go and grab American passports, UK passports, to be oppressing us. The next thing is their children none of their children schools in Africa. These are your leaders. Their children don't school in Africa. They are proud to tell you that their children are Americans. They are proud to tell you that their children hold British citizenship. These are leaders who have no faith in their countries. These are leaders who have no faith. Trump did not even, they would have cancelled that birthright citizenship long ago. Trump, if you are hearing me, I, Uncle Rodi, said, I'm saying you did right. If not for anything, for us, the common man. Trump is hearing me. Thank you, Trump. Now, these politicians cares only for themselves. These African politicians, they cares only for themselves and their families. You want your children to have a better life. You want your children to have a better life. How about the poor ones? You can afford to pay flight tickets. Go to America. You can afford to go buy flight tickets and go to America. Go born your children. How about us? Your children are holding American passports, British passports. How about the common man? How about the common man? And some people are saying, Trump is a Nazi. Trump is wicked. Trump is not wicked. I tell you, let me tell you now, the poor are oppressed in Africa. The black man is wicked. The poor are oppressed in Africa. So, as a poor man, nothing reached our hand. In Africa, the children of the poor, the common man, nothing will reach your hand. These rulers you have in Africa, they don't look for a way to strengthen the economies of their country. They don't want to look for a way to make their passports powerful. Many leaders you have in Africa want African continents, want their countries to remain dysfunctional so that they will continue to oppress the poor. This has nothing to do with the white man. The black man loves to oppress his fellow black man. This is why even their children that were born, even their children that were born in America, born in the UK, when they come back, they behave as if they are no longer human beings. They are above you. They don't relate with anybody. People that were born in America, born in UK, and the poor are suffering. Now that Trump has cancelled birthright citizenship, let them be born their children in Africa. Now that Trump has cancelled birthright citizenship in America, let them be having their children. Everybody will be suffering it. Let them be born their children in Africa. Let everybody be carrying the same passport. Let's go further. Now listen, it was these oppressors you call leaders that pushed a lot of African people to travel Europe by road. To travel because of the oppression. Each time their children are sick, want to go to school, everything is America, America, America. Western world, Britain. So the poor man also have desire to experience Western world. A leader is supposed to lead by example. I don't want to scream this morning. A leader is supposed to lead by example. You born your children in your country. If you leave your country and go to America to born your children, it means you have no faith in your country. Leaders that travel abroad, the next thing, Trump, if you are listening to me, the next thing you will do for us is stop them from coming for medical, stop them from coming for medical treatment in abroad. You understand me? Stop them. Trump, na me they talk. Stop these shameless leaders from coming for medical treatment. I will use this man. Now, help me let this page grow. let me use this page to talk to world leaders. Trump, if you are listening to me, please stop these African leaders from coming to the West, traveling abroad, coming to your country to come and have medical checkup. Now, me they talk am. If they want to treat themselves, they should build hospitals in their home countries. This is how leaders, responsible leaders do. This is how they behave. The hospitals these African leaders are going to in the West, men like them built it. These hospitals you see them travel to, men, human beings like them built it. These countries they travel to go and have their babies. Men like them, he came and see you. Men like them developed it. So, anybody who is talking down on Trump, we need to have your head examined. Trump did well. They should stop coming to America, going to America to have their babies. If you want the passport of a powerful or rich country, make your country powerful. If you want the passport of UK, if you want the passport of America, make your own country's passport powerful. The poor man has no say in Africa. The poor man, even the leaders enjoy oppressing the poor. This is why many of us ran away from Africa just to be somebody, to even try to near these politicians. Yes, many of us ran away. They denied us our benefits, our rights in Africa. This is why leaders that meant well for their people would do everything humanly possible to build adequate infrastructures. They don't want to build these hospitals. They don't want it because they want to be flying to abroad for medical treatment. And the poor, do you know how many people that have died in Africa? People die untimely deaths. Millions of people who are not supposed to die have died in Africa because of lack of good medical facilities, hospitals. Now, some people are saying, Trump, don't call that man. He is fulfilling his campaign promises. He said Americans first, and he is right. I love that man. How many leaders do you have in Africa? How many leaders in Africa have fulfilled their campaign promise? None. You see an African leader during campaign period, listen, an African leader during campaign period, they will promise you they will promise everything. During campaign, I have never seen an African, look at Trump. That is a man there. The reason Americans voted him, the reason he won his election, as he entered office, he began to implement it instantly. That is a leader. You don't want me? See Trump. And this is how Europeans do too. When they make a promise during campaign, immediately they assume office. You see them start implementing it because this is the desire of the citizens. Now, for some of you who don't like to hear the truth, you see African politicians during campaign, they promise you everything just to get to office. Even when they discover that they lost the election, that people are not, the masses are not going to vote for them. They read themselves in. Many African leaders don't come here. Many African leaders did not win the election. Most of the elections you have in Africa are flawed. When they discover that, that's why they love that dysfunctional system. They want things to be chaotic so that they continue to rig election. They don't want justice and equity to reign. So, during campaign period, you see African leaders promise you, when they assume office, they will not fulfill one. When they assume office, when they become presidents, governors or whatever, they will not fulfill one, not one. Let me tell you. And if you remind them, look at what you promised during your campaign. If you remind them what they promise you, they arrest you. Now, if you, a citizen, begin to, criticize their work, if you begin to criticize them, that all what they promised they were not able to fulfill, they arrest you, they send the soldiers. I told you, the black man is wicked and an oppressor. If you remind them, look at the roads you promised to tie, the bridges you promised to build, the schools you promised to build, the hospitals you promised to build. When you remind African leaders that their tenure is ending, it's about to end, and yet they haven't fulfilled one campaign promise. Now, if you use your social media platform to remind them, to tell them, listen, you failed in your promise, they come after you. They come after you. What does that tell you? The African man does not want to hear the truth. Look at Trump. I am watching videos. As Americans voted Trump in, instantly he began to remove immigrants. Why should you blame him? The man is protecting the interests of Americans. He is guiding the borders of his country. Why should you be mad at him? Then, hold your leaders accountable who failed in their campaign promises. I told you guys that Africans does not know what it means to be patriotic. Trump is a patriot. Are you listening to me? Trump is a patriot. He loves America. Trump loves his citizens. This is how leaders are supposed to act. African leaders don't love their citizens. In many African countries, the borders are open. You don't know who comes in and who goes out. What a country, what a continent. How can you run a country without borders? Listen, let me tell you, how can you, that is, criminals, I had, how can you run? That is why they kidnap, they kill everybody. Nobody knows who the criminals are. How can you run a country without borders? And when I say Africans, that Europeans are good, they are doing well by securing their borders. Some people came to tell me, you are an African man. Why are you saying like this? Why should you allow your borders open? I've given you guys many examples. Now let me give you an example once more. I don't want to scream this morning. A country is like your home. A country can be likened to your home, the flat you live in, or the house you built. And when you build a house, you mount door. In Africa, they mount gates. Now, this door you have here restricts everybody from coming inside my home. That's my home is my private area. Are you listening to me? Nobody will build a house and keep the door open for everybody to come in. When you build a house and leave your doors and your gates open, criminals will come in and plunder your properties, steal your properties. Not only that, let's say I live in this house now. I've explained these things many times for you guys. Guys, as you watch me, subscribe to my YouTube channel. This home now, I'm presently staying here with my wife. Yesterday, I dropped a video. I said in that video, we went to do shopping of 70 euros. The shopping we went to do was for me and my wife. If the door is open and many more people come in, the food we bought, maybe 5 more people come in, the food we bought for us to use for the weekend will not be enough for these people that might encroach in my home. Do you understand me? So countries built their land for themselves, for their citizens. If any country should leave their border open, the country will go down. Moneybag, I see you. See, if any country opens her border for migrants to come in, the country will go down. And the price of commodities will go up. The price of rent, accommodation will go up. The cost of living will go up because of increase in demand of everything. Let me tell you what you don't know. And this is what African leaders are supposed to do. Now listen. Somebody said if even Europe is a free border. See, this is European Union. And Europeans knows the citizens. You can't come in European Union and commit a crime and go scot-free. European Union is like a country. They use the same currency. If you commit a crime in Austria and run to Holland, they will catch you in Holland because they have your information, your details. Do you understand it now? That's the European Union you are hearing now is like the same country. You cannot commit a crime in Austria and run to Germany. They will catch you. Run to France, they will catch you. That is European Union. In Africa, you can commit a crime in Congo and go to Ghana and be living. Ghana don't know who you are. Do you understand what I mean now? So Ghana does not know who you are. That's what I'm talking about. There is nothing like identity management system in Africa. In African countries, they don't know anything about identity management system. Now let's go further. Well, if I'm making my videos, now, what you do not know, let me tell you. Many years ago, the more borders are protected. Listen, let me tell you, the more a country's border is protected, the better it is for the citizens. Whether you are in Africa, because when migrants come in, they want to work. They want to survive. Some of them are undocumented criminals. Listen, some migrants are undocumented criminals. They can murder somebody, they can commit crimes and escape because they are undocumented. African King, I see you. So, and this is the problem we have in Africa. This is the problem we have. Listen, what's the name of this person now? If you don't behave yourself, I block you here. I'm not here to argue with you. I'm telling you what you know. Where are you? You that is talking now, what is your name? You say your name is Ejike. Where do you live? Where do you live? What do you know? I am telling you, as somebody that has been here for most of my life, I've seen things, I've traveled everywhere. I also grew up in Africa. I know the situation in Africa. I know how things are going. All Africans are suffering. You came here now to comment, but you have leaders that are leading you the wrong path. You have corrupt leaders. You dare not, you cannot, you are not even bold enough to go talk to them. This is the problem with Africa. Are you protecting the interests of African leaders now? What are you doing? What are you trying to say? What do you want me to understand about Africa? How is Africa good for the people living there? This is why you see, when you want to even help African people, they are the ones that will sabotage you. Like this man here now. When you want to help them, they are the ones that will sabotage you. Go to Africa. What they do is they sell fake drugs. You don't see the fake drugs they sell all over Africa. Here in Europe, there is no country in Europe where you go to the pharmacy and purchase fake drugs. Go to Africa. You don't see these things. They manufacture, they produce fake wine. People die for kidnap. The people are dying of kidney diseases. Kidney diseases is killing African people. African man. You see many people that you celebrate, they manufacture fake drugs and fake alcoholic drinks, and they give to their people. And their people drink these alcohol drinks and die, develop kidney problems. You don't see it. You don't speak about it. I went to Africa. All the medications I bought were fake. I nearly died. I nearly died. I know so many people, they manufacture fake alcoholic beverages. And these things, they sell to the public. People, if you see some of them, you might mistake them for the original. And people buy these things and drink. You have no more, you come here to talk rubbish. Even all the mineral drinks, what is it? We call it juice. Most of the juice they are selling in Africa, fake. Are the government controlling all these drinks? Of recent, they sell what is it called? Sex enhancement drugs, fake ones. Did you know I have Chinese friends? I have Chinese friends. Chinese people, Indians, they are flooding many fake products to Africa. Africa is a dumping ground for these countries, Asian countries. That is a big marketplace. Everything goes in Africa. No control. People die. Nobody cares. I cannot bring you pop. I cannot bring you in. People die. Whatever, if you feel that anything you feel, use your platform and say it there. Use your platform and say African leaders are doing good for your followers or people who follow your page. Did you know how many people that died on the road trying to come to abroad? I met people. Do you know how many thousands of African people that die in the Mediterranean Sea in a bid to cross to Europe? That doesn't bother you. Do you know how many Africans that are presently camped in the deserts? You came here to tell me. What do you want to tell me? How many Europeans did you see travel by road, risk their lives? You don't see these things. I watch videos of Africans that are camped yet in the desert. Did you know what people went through just to survive? People drank urine, their urine, in the desert just to survive. Urine. You don't know nothing. No food. I met people that drank urine in the desert. They were stranded and they had no water to drink. They were thirsty. They were begging men and women to, when they urinate, they drink it. You don't know these things. You don't know how many African people that are in slavery. Do you know how many African people that are in prison in North Africa, in Libya and the rest? The African man does not know what race pride means. You don't know how many African people that are in prison and nobody is asking for them, but they came from countries. Go to Libya and see how they are demonizing the people of Africa. Libya is Africa, but go and see how sub-Saharan African people. You get mad to tell me. Go all over in Asian countries. In Asia, they can unalive a black man, an African, and no questions asked. The embassies, the country cannot even come out to ask questions. You don't touch an American citizen, whether black or white. You don't touch an European citizen, not even UK citizen. No Europe. African people don't care. If you die, you die. You came here to, what do you want to tell me? What you that want to come now, what have you benefited in your country? What has your country given you kobo before? Leaders that are running away, sending their children to abroad. I'm going to make special video to Donald Trump. Don't correct me, go and correct yourself. Use your page and go and correct yourself. Go there, make a video and tell your own audience what you want to tell them. Don't come here to tell me. You can't come here to correct me. I have my followers. They know what I'm talking about. Don't come here to correct me. This is how you spoil things for yourself. Did you know how many people I don't know, every day come inbox and say they want, do you know how many people that want to flee Africa? How many people? You that is commenting here, can your passport go to anywhere visa free? Your passport is dead. It's not visa free to anywhere. Your passport is dead. You get mad to talk. Your economy is dead. Your government doesn't protect you. You die. Nobody asks about you because you're a poor man. A poor man in Africa, he has no surname. If it is not your fault, you keep quiet or you move away from here. You like being oppressed. You applaud corrupt leaders. You like being oppressed. Because if you don't like being oppressed, you cannot make this comment. This is why you sabotage a lot of things. Election, you sabotage it. You rig election. You collect bribe. You steal ballot boxes. You install corrupt leaders. After installing corrupt leaders, you'll be looking for where to run to. What can we do to fix the problem in Africa? Very good. The real Jesus. Good question. To fix, let me come. This is a nice question. This is the kind of question I want to hear. To fix the problem in Africa, we need the assistance of the Western world. To be honest, to fix the problem of Africa, we need the help of the Western world. Ask me how. Let me tell you how. They need to stop African leaders from coming to Europe for medical checkup. They need to stop their children from coming to abroad for schooling. They don't need to come to school again in abroad. Makanaki, I see you.
Say good.
This was why I said, I love Trump. I love what Trump did. By stopping birthright citizenship, go and develop your country. Make your country's passport powerful. I love Trump. That is the best way to let them stop any. If you want your children to go to school, build a better school for your citizens. Let your children go school in your home country. You see them begin to build better schools. Why should politicians' children in Africa go to school abroad? How about poor people's children? Why should politicians' children and themselves travel abroad for medical checkup? So, the solution is for the West to stop these rulers you have in Africa. God bless Trump for stopping that birthright citizenship. Let them be born their children in their country. And I will keep making videos.
Super.
God bless Trump. They used that thing to oppress us, the common man. Their children are all American citizens, British citizens, Canadian citizens, and the poor man suffers.
That's why they don't want to do anything.
That is why they don't want to do anything in Africa. They have money to buy passports, to do everything for them. The black man is evil and wicked. Do you understand me? These leaders don't know what is called race pride. White people, the Europeans, protects every white person. Do you understand what I'm talking about now? So, the best thing to do, I love Trump. It is now. The next thing is to stop African leaders from coming to America, unless on diplomatic missions. Let them stop African leaders from coming to America for medical, tourism, their children's schooling, and everything, so that we will know where our problem lies. See us now. Okay, look at me. Look at me. What life do you think we are living in abroad? What life do you think we are living in abroad? What is special about this abroad? You see, why do we have leaders? What are the roles? What is the role of leaders? A leader is supposed to lead by example, show us the way. How can you be a leader and all your children are schooling in abroad? How can you be a leader? All your children are in UK schooling. Your governors, their children are in UK, in America schooling. And the Europeans don't do this. And poor people's children are going to dilapidated schools. Somebody come here to tell me rubbish. Don't you see some senators? They go to UK. They access the best medical facilities in the world. They fly private jets. Politicians. See how they live. They showcase their words online. The money they are using to sponsor their wife and their children in abroad to go obtain these American passports is your money. Look at me. I am frustrated. Don't you watch my videos? I am frustrated. I tell you, I'm a frustrated man here. I'm frustrated in Europe here. Why? I come from a country, rich continent. Who are the people colonizing Africa now? The rulers. The rulers you have in Africa. They are the ones that are colonizing Africa. No longer these colonizers, these European colonizers. See, should I go back to Africa? What am I going to do in Africa? What should I meet? There is nothing that will impress me in Africa. No lights, no water, no security, nothing.
No road.
No road. Corrupt police and where do we start? See, we are yes now. Somebody came here to talk rubbish. In Africa, the system makes you poor. Don't you know? In Africa, the system was designed to keep you poor so that you will continually be oppressed. Let me tell you, you go to certain countries in Africa, the money you spend on fuel alone every month, the money you spend on fuel alone to fuel your generator, to have electricity, will make you poor. Only the money you spend on fuel alone will keep you poor. How about transportation fee? Not only that. I told you in Africa, the system was designed to keep you poor. In order for you to not have mouth, you have no voice. Let me tell you. In Africa, see, I'm scared of going to Africa to live. I am scared. I like saying the truth. Now, let me tell you. In Africa, you can work all your life. Listen, you can work. Maybe as a businessman or as a civil servant. You can work all your life. Develop one disease, one sickness, and then you go to hospital. That hospital will finish your money. You spend all your money treating yourself. In Africa, go ask people. Many people became poor because of the system in Africa. One disease or one sickness might come up and finish all what you labored for. Because there is no health insurance in Africa. No health insurance for anybody. The system does not work. You understand me? Here in Europe, if you are sick, because you have health insurance, you go to hospital, you get treated, you go back without without paying anything. One guy told me, he said Africa can be likened. I don't want to mention the name of the country because these people, they will say you said. One guy told me how he lost a brother. How he lost his brother. The guy said his brother had an accident. A motor accident. Look at what I'm seeing online. Hey, see, nobody should come here and talk rubbish. Man, I saw, before I go further, I saw where accidents took place. And a lot of people died. Many were injured. No ambulance, nothing, no first aid, nothing. People were there struggling to survive. That is, no help came for these people. All what they were screaming, they were calling, some were calling Allah, some were calling God, some were calling Jesus, some were calling, they were just screaming. I saw human beings crying out for help, begging. Nobody, no ambulance, no first aid, nobody came. People were just standing and calling on God. What kind of people are we? What kind of people are we? Do you actually have government officials? That here in Europe here, Ordinary two fighting and one person got injured. You see the ambulance and police show up. Accidents will happen in Africa. You will not see police. You will not see ambulance. Nothing. You are left to your fate in Africa. I saw videos. I cried. I said, man, even when you watch what's going on online, you'll be scared. And these leaders, they want to come abroad. They want to come here and enjoy good life, good facilities. Shameless leaders. They don't even know what to do. They don't know what to do. They don't even have firefighters. Man, I told you, you don't understand. Africa can make you poor at any time. You might spend all your money, all the money to build a hotel, an investment, a company. When fire catch that your company, it will burn to blazes. It will burn down. No firefighter will come to rescue you. No firefighter will come to extinguish the fire. And let me tell you what I hate about the black man. You don't ask questions. You don't hold your leaders accountable. They look for a way to divide you. That was how somebody came here and started to comment rubbish. They look for a way to keep dividing you along, tribal lines, religious lines, and the rest. There are times you see somebody die on the street. I saw videos. I said, what kind of people are we? One man collapsed on the street. Help did not come for him. No ambulance, nothing. Now tell me the difference between we and animals. Which area of life are we good? Tell me that somebody will collapse on the street. The person will be abandoned to his or her fate. Something that is why they call the West civilized world. In Africa, you are your own government. You have no government. This government you have in Africa are there to stay. They don't do anything. I've been living in Europe almost all my life. I know how things happen, how things go, how things are supposed to be. They are not doing nothing. They don't do anything.
I wonder why they are still voting for them.
Since I was born, till now, I'm getting old. Nothing has changed in Africa. No security. No security. You get kidnapped, nobody asks about you. Nobody blinks an eyelid if you get kidnapped. Unless you are a politician or a politician's child, a prominent person. It is only when they touch, the country is for the rich and not for the poor. What a way. What a country. As a poor man, if you die, nobody blinks an eyelid. In Europe here, everybody is equal before the law. We get the same treatment.
No difference.
No difference. If I call ambulance now, ambulance will show under 5 minutes they will be here. If I call police now, police will be here under 3 minutes. That's a country. No questions asked. What do you want? They'll ask you, did you call the police? What do you want? What help do you want?
It's a country.
I've called ambulance here more than 10 times because of my high blood pressure. They came, took me to hospital. I called ambulance. They came. They took me to hospital. I went to hospital. I was treated and I came back home without paying a dime. You celebrate leaders that are responsible for your sufferings. Take a look at, don't come here to tell me rubbish. Trump is doing the right thing. I love Trump. He said, Americans first. How many leaders have you seen? Trump believes in America. Your leaders don't believe in their country. They don't believe. They are not patriots. These are criminals.
Thieves.
Thieves. They go, they steal. See, some of them will be eating. All what they know how to do is to eat food and carry women. Do you have researchers in your country? How many countries in Africa have been able to invent a thing? You don't have laboratories. You go to school, only what the schools are there to learn English, white man's language.
Theory.
You only go to school to learn white man English. In Africa, if you are fluent in English, it is enough for you to get political appointments. They equate English, speak English and get political appointments in Africa. That's the black man mentality. People go to university in Africa. After graduation, they come out and be speaking English. If you say, they tell you are an illiterate. Before anything, they speak English and tell you you are an illiterate. But all these applications, all these platforms, you see, we are using, we are invented by students in US. TikTok is owned by Chinese. YouTube, America. Facebook, America. So many applications. Which one has African people produced, invented? You only consume. You see the leaders, governors, their stomachs are like this. They have no idea.
They have not been wicked.
To secure your country is not a rocket science. To secure your country is not a rocket science. Many people are scared of going to their home countries because of insecurity. What are you even talking? It is only in Africa that people pray and fast. It is only in Africa that people pray and fast. In Europe here, nobody prays. That thing you pray for is already, that thing you are asking God, they have it on ground already.
It's practical now.
It's there. People don't pray. People don't go to church. People don't go to mosque in Europe here, unless these new migrants. Because all those things you are praying for in Africa is already here. That thing you are asking God to do for you, Europeans have done it for their citizens. You are sick here, you go to hospital. You wake up in the morning, the train runs every 3 minutes. If you go to any train station, every 3 minutes, the train is there. The bus, the street train, security. That thing you are praying to God to save you from the hand of armed robbers, the police is there to secure you. You understand what I mean? These things I just mentioned are what the leaders are supposed to provide for you. Security, light, good medical facilities, and whatnot. And infrastructures, water, and the rest. The leaders are supposed to.
Basic now.
Leaders that are unable to, since I was born, till now. You claim to be a big man in Africa. You drink borehole. You drink borehole. So if I go to Africa now, borehole is what I'll be drinking. Even some of these, the bottled water they sell, fake. You go to Africa, I don't know if any of you has experienced, you go to Africa, you eat the food, you begin to purge. If you go to Africa, if you eat the food, you start purging instantly. You start purging. Before you know it, that is, if you're not careful, you purge like for a week. You start purging. So, Trump is doing the right thing. He is not fake. He's not like African rulers. He is fulfilling his campaign promises. Yes. And he wants to secure the border of his country. Don't blame him.
Build your own.
Go build their own. If they leave the rate of migrants that are trooping into America, if they leave it the next 5 years, America will collapse. Do you know how many millions of how many millions of Americans that are homeless? Homeless. They should use the money to cater for their citizens. That is what good leaders are supposed to do. That's what good leaders are supposed to do. Now that they have cancelled birthright citizenship, I'm happy. Let African leaders, politicians, be having their children. If you come, have your children in your country, carry that passport, look for a way to improve your country.
Make your passport powerful.
Make your passport powerful. Improve your country's economy. Make your country powerful. It is because of this Europe, you see many African leaders are sleeping. Every small thing, they run to Europe. Many. If I tell you, the black man, somebody told me, if you go to Cairo, Cairo is not Africa. I don't want to mention the country. That country's politicians, they have bought all the houses in Cairo. In Cairo, you see a politician own like 10 houses in Cairo. When we are talking about houses, I'm not talking about bungalow. I'm talking about like 20-storied, 15-storied building, one person. One politician in Egypt, in Dubai. Now of recent in Egypt, but I don't need to call you because you know. Somebody said in Egypt, in Cairo, I don't want to call the country. The politicians are, the black man is wicked. The money meant for the citizens are supposed to use, the black man is wicked. The black man is wicked. When I watch videos, you see roads, untied road, dust everywhere. They go to Dubai, they buy properties. They stay there and be oppressing you. In another man's country, the black man. The black man. They go to Dubai, they buy houses, skyscrapers in Dubai. Rent it out. And your people have no lights. They have no hospital. They have no roads. The black man is wicked.
They have no conscience. God.
The black man they have no conscience.
God.
See, let me tell you, many of these politicians you have in Africa, their children own houses in Europe, in America, their children. I go to UK. The richest neighborhood in UK, I read a document, what is it? A documentary about it. I saw a documentary. In United Kingdom, in London, the richest neighborhood, the houses there are owned by Nigerian politicians. The houses in UK are owned by politicians. I read a documentary. This one is verifiable. And the people are suffering. And it has been like that for years. Nothing has changed. They don't want you to talk. If you talk, they come for you. To some of these politicians, to some of these, hey, let me block this guy now. Let me block this man. Let me block this person. You don't need to be here. Let me block this fool. I blocked the fool. He's gone. So, when your people are suffering, and the money that was meant for everybody, an individual will use that money, travel abroad, buy houses, and the people will be suffering.
People are dying.
People are dying. How do you expect the Asians, the Europeans, the Chinese, the Arabs, and other races to respect the black man?
Not in this life.
How do you expect the Europeans, the Chinese, and other races to respect the black man?
Even India.
Even the Indians. That is why wherever you go as an African, as a black man,
They suppress you.
they look down on you. We do not know what is called love. We don't show ourselves love. I'm asking you, why are we like this? See, I've lived in Europe. The white man loves
Yes, yeah, people.
themselves. White people love themselves. They know what is called race pride. The white man does not want to see another white man suffer.
Never.
They don't want to see it. If you want to know, there are poor European countries. These poor European countries were later admitted into European Union. I've said it before. They were admitted into European Union. Do you know why? The rich European countries supported them, sponsored them to improve their economy. And later, when their economies improved, they admitted them into European Union. You see some of them now, they are everywhere. Now, every member of EU you can live and work in any country, in Germany, in Austria, anywhere. Equal rights, equal opportunity for everybody. You see the white man. The black man wants to oppress. Even when you correct them, when you correct them, look at what you are doing wrong. They come after you. To them, politics is business. Business for them, not to improve the lives of their people. To them, politics is business. Business for them, for their families, not to improve the life of their citizens. This is why everybody is suffering. As a black man, man, let me change my this thing. When will the black man or the black race be respected? Even there is no race. Man, I've been living I've met people. There is no race that respects the black man, the black race, African people. None. You see other people. I've been here almost all my life. You see somebody from one country that is not African country. Anybody that is not African, anybody from that is non-African will come here. They start practicing racism with black people. Wherever they see the black people are like easy prey for them. They see a black person. You see, even your government, your embassies, nobody, they don't stand for you. They don't stand for you. You want to pull your own down. You don't support each other. You want to see your own person in Schwierigkeit suffering. Now let me go further. Listen attentively now. Let me tell you certain things out of experience. Why do you think we have high rates of crime in Africa? At times, it is not the fault of these criminals. Let me tell you why. Why do you think we have high rates of crime in Africa? Do you want to know? Because the government is not there for the citizens. Let me tell you why. I will tell you why you see Europe is secure. Apart from having good police system, let me tell you. The government caters for everybody. The unemployed, the physically handicapped, they give you money to buy food. They provide accommodation for you. If you're unemployed, students, they get students' benefits. Unemployed, you get unemployment benefits. Widows, you get with pension. If your wife dies, if your husband dies, the government supports you. That's your husband that is the breadwinner that is providing for you. If he dies, the government will take his position. We start doing things for the family. Are you following me now? This is Europe for you. In Africa, the government is not there for everybody. People finish school and they don't get a dime from the government. The government does not, there is no social welfare in many African countries. Because when people are hungry, when somebody is hungry and the government supports that person, maybe with 50 euros in a month, 30 euros, that person can buy food and eat, waiting for when the person will get employment. Are you understanding it now? Most people, everybody living in Europe here will attest to, we call it Arbeitslosengeld. You get money from the government. In Africa, upon the mineral resources you have in Africa, the money that accrues from these mineral resources goes to politicians' pockets. The money goes into their pockets. Money that's how? Look at, you don't even know, look at so many jobless people, unemployed people, widows, old people that need the government support. They don't even build nursing homes, old people's homes, where old people are catered for. I told you, the black man does not love his fellow black man. Now listen, old people, so many of them are homeless, people that are unable to build houses. Many of them did not work. They are not businessmen, they are not civil servants. These people are aged men. The government don't even know them. See, the government don't even know these people. These old men, 80 years old men and women will be begging for food. While they have government. The black man. And the money they are supposed to use to provide for their people. They prefer to steal it, come to Europe and become slaves. They prefer to steal the money for their families, come here and buy houses and buy this thing, and become slaves to white man. Here in Europe, in the West, they will not talk. They come here and they live like every other citizen. They don't go with security. Europeans don't know who you are. You join either you buy your private car. No police will escort you anywhere. No police escorts you anywhere. You see many politicians that are in Europe here, they have no private security, nobody. In Africa, they'll be going about with police. Man, you see Europeans, you cannot make a policeman in Europe here your private security. You cannot. You cannot buy European police over. You can't bribe them because they are well paid. They are not underpaid. Very hard. The black man loves to oppress his fellow black man. This is why, men, have you ever wondered? Have you ever wondered why things remain the same in Africa? Who are the leaders? Are they ghosts? Why have things remained the same since we were born. The black man is still being insulted wherever he goes. The black man is still being disrespected wherever he goes. Why do you think things remain? And who are these people? These are Christians and Muslims we have in Africa. Christians and Muslims. Who are the people that are stealing all these resources in Africa? These are Christians and Muslims. Christian leaders and Muslim leaders in Africa. I told you, it has nothing. Then I have no time for religion. I don't have no time for religion. Because true religion is be your brother's keeper. True religion is be your brother's keeper. That is, build better life for your people. You, if you are religious, if you are God, not even religious, if you are godly, you wouldn't want to see your people suffer. See Europeans. When you come to Europe, you see European citizens, everybody look clean and rich. Everybody look clean and rich. Nice environment. The white man. You go to Africa. No roads. When a car drives by, if a car passes, the dust, your white clothes will turn brown. Dust everywhere. The black man. If you see the roads in Africa, brown, dust everywhere. You can never be clean in Africa because when a car drives past, dust will dirty your clothes. Your shoes, go to Africa with your European clothes. Wear it for 3-4 days. You come back, the clothes will kaput. Dust. Ordinary to tie good roads. Give your own people, your own people. These are not your own people. Your race. Give them better life. The black man is wicked. The black man is wicked. Come to Europe here. You can never see untied road. I live in Austria. You can never go to even the village and see untied road. The whole Austria. I've never seen it. Even in interior villages. You see hospitals. You see schools. You see everything that you have in the capital city. You see it in the villages. You see police stations. The black man. Many villages have no hospitals. Sometimes when they budget this money, somebody will carry the money and run away, come to Europe and want to be snapping pictures. The desire of many African politicians is to come abroad, come buy house, and start oppressing those at home. This is why you see many Africans are leaving Africa, running away. Somebody, here where we live, we have bicycle lane. We have pedestrian lane. Bicycle, have bicycle. They have their own lane. Bicycle riders have their own lane here in the city. Many Africa say ordinary road for car, they don't have. Talk about pedestrian lane. Pedestrian lane they don't have. Man, the situation seems hopeless. The thing is, how do we change things? How do we change things? The mindset. Many stole this money. Many stole the money. They did not even live to enjoy the money. Some are stealing the money for their children, for their generation to come. They steal this money, and the government, a lot of governments knows that these people stole money. They bribe themselves. That's why the black man is not respected anywhere. Look at us now. Look at us. Look at us. They don't touch the Chinese. They don't touch the... If you see how they respect the Japanese, even the Arabs, the only people, the only race everybody looks down on is the black race. Only the black race. Most of these politicians, they don't live, they did not witness what we witnessed. They did not experience what we've experienced because we are on ground. We lived it. We experienced it. We know what racism is. We know how we are treated at work. We know how they look at us. What saved a lot of us is because we are carrying foreign passports. If you carry African passports, if you go to the airport, the embarrassment you get, the embarrassment, immediately you show your passport, you carry African passports. When you go to certain airports, this is why you see some people, when they grab European passports, American passports, they thank their God because they have escaped humiliation. Yes. Some people, when they grab European, American, Japanese, foreign passports, they thank their God. A continent where the leaders are even hustling for European passports, that shows these leaders have no faith in their countries. Where leaders are hustling for European passports, leaders and their families are hustling for European passports. Why do you think everybody wants to run away? Where the leaders are hustling for European passports, American passports, thank God Trump stopped it. You see a governor, a political office holder, will be proud to post picture of the daughter, the son graduated in UK. A leader, you a leader. The son, the daughter, they graduated in America. A leader. That is in Europe, that is enough for you to resign. That is enough for you to resign. You ask yourself, so it means you don't have good universities in your country. You have no faith in your universities. The universities in your country is meant for the poor people. Your children are supposed to go to school in America and in UK. The black man. You see it? The black man. This is why you see ordinary people sell their properties to travel abroad. Since the leaders have no faith in their countries, they don't believe in the system. Everybody is looking for a way to run. Because you as a leader, you don't lead by example. You oppress us. You oppress the masses. Every now and then they are in abroad for medical checkup. What is good for the goose is also good for the gender. That thing you enjoy, other people want to enjoy it too. You want to go to a better hospital. Shame on all this. Shame on these people. Man, shame on African leaders. You want to travel abroad you want better life for yourself and your family. Shame. How about those that have no money? The ordinary citizens. Where are they going to go when they get sick? Where should they go when they get sick? The poor. This is why I respect the white man. They made adequate provision for all. both the poor and the rich. We go to the same hospital. They go to, everybody here go to the same hospital. You go to hospital, you can see the president. You can see the burgomaster, the governor of the state in the same hospital where you are. You go to hospital, you will see the president, you will see politicians, we attend the same hospital. The black man is an oppressor. This is why some people said they want to live and die in abroad. I told you guys, I don't want to live in a country where the poor are oppressed. You don't understand it. I don't want to live in a country where the poor are oppressed. In some countries and in Africa, a rich man can decide to use the police and intimidate you. They can decide to buy the police. I said in some countries, a rich man can decide. Use the police, intimidate you. Anybody can, they show you they are bigger than you, even when you did no wrong. In Africa, I said it before, it's all about contacts. Do you have contacts? Do you know the chief, the high-ranking police officers? Have contacts, it's all about contacts. Have contacts and you can oppress anybody. In many countries in Africa, everyone is not equal before the law. There are people who are above the law. Do you want to live in such that is a lawless country where some people are above the law? They commit crime and they go scot-free. They do whatever they want. Do you understand me? Somebody can decide, I can go to Africa now. Somebody who does not like me personally may decide to use the police against me, use the police to oppress me. That is Africa for you. Here, you cannot use the police to oppress or intimidate anybody. I cannot have a civil case with you and the police will arrest me and dump me somewhere. I cannot have a case with you, private case, misunderstandings, business went wrong, or anything. You use the police against me. It is not done. Here we go to court and settle it. Not you use the police against me. We cannot be having beef and you use the police against me. That is to tell you that a lot of African countries still remains backward. They gather money, they look for power to oppress those they can oppress. That's the black man. You get power. You go for what's it called? You obtain power. Some try to get political power just to oppress their perceived enemies. Just to oppress their perceived enemies. Just keep it there. Today is what? Today is... I will call you then. Do you understand what I mean? Man, it's sad. How can we as many of us, we are not born in Europe, but we are free here. We enjoy the system here. The law protects minority groups. The law protects everybody in Europe here.
Are you here before 2 o'clock or 2:30?
I'll be here. Okay. The law protects everybody in Europe here. And that is why a lot of people have chosen to remain here, where no man will oppress you. All what you experience here is acts of racism. Racism finish. But when you go to court, I've gone to court more than 10 times and I won my case. The only thing you experience in Europe here is racism. You don't hear about armed robbery, kidnapping, blah, 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 only racism. And that racism is gradually dying down. That's the only thing but say anybody oppress you. As far as you have your legal, you are documented, you have documents, nobody oppresses you anymore. If you have your documents, nobody oppresses you anymore. It is in Europe here, there is this thing you say you are second-class citizen or anywhere, there is nothing like that. There is not. It's better for you to be a 20-class citizen in abroad than to be a first-class citizen in Africa. Did you hear me? It is better for you to be 10th-class citizen in abroad than to you to be a first class, where you can be oppressed, thrown into jail without questions asked. That is, many of you did not watch this join me when I began this program. Many of you. African politicians will make promises during campaign. When they assume office, they will not fulfill one. Ask them or criticize them, they will arrest you. They have power. What a people. Donald Trump is doing it. And after they want to come and live and enjoy organized society. After they want to come and enjoy organized society, you don't want to organize your own. Generations after generations, African race, the black race remains the same. Look at me. I'm approaching 60. Nothing has changed. The same mindset of embezzling money, stealing money, the same mindset of oppression, lawless system still exists. Religious differences, things done based on religious affiliations in Africa, tribal affiliations in Africa. That is what is keeping us backward. Things done according to religious affiliations and tribal affiliations in Africa. I told you, if I have power, I will cancel religion. If I have power, religion is one of the greatest problems we have in Africa. Africa need, I don't know how to put it, the kind of leader we need in Africa that will sanitize Africa. That is, throw all these corrupt politicians into life jail. Anyone, no mercy. If you steal, you go for life jail. No mercy. The problem we have in Africa is godfatherism. Contact connection, my man. I'm going to go live to tell you how police system works in Europe here. You don't familiarize yourself with anybody. There's nothing like contacts here. You commit crime, you go for it. Nobody will shield you from your crime or from your punishment. You go for it. If you don't punish offenders, if you don't punish criminals, how do you sanitize your country? When people commit crime, steal money and they bribe their way out, compromised judicial system, you bribe the judges, the lawyers. How do you expect your country to move forward? We are depressed here. We are depressed in Europe. Africa, that is blessed But the people of Africa are not good-hearted people. That is why many African people are living in Europe depressed, suffering one ailment or the other. You go to Africa, some of them out of jealousness, they will. I had somebody, my sister called me. My sister called me. Like now, when was it? A week ago. My sister said, during Christmas festival, most of the people living in abroad did not return home. Villages were empty. People did not go home. People were scared to travel to their homelands, the black man. He said many people, even everybody noticed it, that people based in abroad, most of them did not return home because they are afraid of being kidnapped by who? Not European, not Chinese, not Japanese, but by their own people. You will survive in abroad, walk, live freely in abroad, go to African continent, go to your country. Your own people will kidnap you. Your own people will rob you. Your own people will show you hatred. You will fight your battles in abroad, return home at the airport. They want to collect all the money you labored for. Your people, they will hide the black man. The police will stop you. You worked so hard to buy your car. Go home just to relax. Police will want to extort, take all the money you got on you. Some will plan to look for your problem. Some will look for a way to make you problem in order to take all your money, the black man. We don't love ourselves. I keep saying it. I said the problem of the black man is hate and envy. Hatred, envy. Bad heart, envy, jealousness. You don't want to see another succeed. This is why I'm going to make more videos. I'm going to make more videos. Did you know? Sometimes you travel to abroad, they look for a way to set you up. Not even organizing kidnappers or armed robbers. They look for a way to set you up, get you into a problem to frustrate you, collect your money. They are sitting, waiting for you. And I have met so many people that retired. They are staying here. They said they don't want to go and risk their life in Africa. People are afraid of their own people. The black man is afraid of his brother, his sister, his own people. But the black man is not afraid of the white man. The white man has no intention of doing you harm, robbing you, kidnapping you. That is, the black man, you go to your home country. Where do we actually call home? That brings us to that question. Where do we call home? Is home that place you go? The police will intimidate you, oppress you, collect money from you. Is home the place where your rights are not protected? Is home the place at the airport they start extorting money from you because they notice you came from abroad? The black man. Where do you call home? Is home the place where is home the place where you be oppressed as a poor man? The sad thing is, a lot of people are not even willing to make changes. If you rise up to, even when you campaign for things to be right, you see the same black people will sabotage it. The same black people will sabotage it. Now, How can you, listen attentively, how can you go to the land of the dead? Go to the land of the dead. Go get fire. That's how we say it. You go get fire. Come to the land of the living, and they extinguish that fire. On this platform, let me tell you something. I like saying it the way it is, what I've observed. On this platform are many diasporas, people who are living abroad. Let me tell you, you need to avoid certain people. There are people, they are looking for your trouble. Avoid them. This is why I recommend, don't have contact with everybody. Don't have contact with everybody. Some people, you have contact with them, you regret your life. Now, me, they tell you, be careful. Even when people want to make you a friend, be cautious. Not everybody is supposed to be your friend. Some of them, if you get closer to them, you regret your life. They drag you to the mud. I want to end. Does anybody want to come up? Do you want me to bring you in? If you want me to bring you in, make a request, I'll bring you in. I'm in the mood now. I've said my mind. If you have anything reasonable to say, I bring you in. But if you have nothing reasonable to say, we call it a day. I always give people room to air their mind. Make a request, I bring you up. Moneybag, you can now speak. It's not loud. Moneybag, I'm not hearing you. I'll mute you because let the other person speak now. Adjust your phone, Moneybag. The other person should speak.
Yeah, Uncle Rudy, good morning.
You're welcome.
I'm actually calling from France, and most times, even at work now, I listen to your program. I just want to say thank you for always educating us and letting us know what is right and what is wrong. Thank you very much.
I appreciate
God bless
you. Thank you.
All right, Dada.
Thank you. Now, Moneybag, you can speak your mind. If you, Elvis, I'm bringing you up in now. Moneybag, you are not audible. We are not hearing you. Elvis, please don't play music. Elvis, let's hear you. Don't play music, please. Don't play music, please.
I'm not playing any music. I'm in the car, but I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Everybody's listening to you, not only me.
Okay, that's very well. Mr. Rodney, I'm very, very happy the points you have been making. If you watch the trajectory of your this morning, I have been commenting on it. I live in United Kingdom. I live in United Kingdom for many years, like you. And
please, can you please reduce the volume of your radio so that I don't get these copyrights, please?
Sorry, can you reduce the volume of the radio, please? I've asked to the driver to reduce it.
Okay.
So the point I'm making is that everything you have said is quite true. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
I have been in the same. I'm lucky, and they're lucky. We're coming from the same part of the country that we have seen have things are done there. How they are done over here. You know, I'm just commending you for having the boldness to speak it out. Having the boldness to speak that, to say it the way it is. Nobody is happy about the way it's happening over there. No one is happy. Anybody that claims to be happy is not trying to be sincere to himself. The person is not being sincere to him or herself. We have seen the difference so far. Thank you very much once again.
I appreciate you. Thank you. Let's hear from the next person, please. Damson, let's hear from you, please. Let's hear from the person that I brought in. Well, let me bring another person in. Lucky, I'm bringing you in now because the other people. Lucky, now you can speak. Lucky, you can speak now.
Hello, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Fine. Thank God. Okay, I'm always listening to you. You are doing good job. You are motivated. It is good motivation. But what I want to ask you, just one question. Why I'm still in Africa? I'm from Mauritania. I'm working here doing my small business, and it's going step by step. And one day, I'm sure it's going to become a big business. You know, I believe I can become something here in Africa. I can do some big things here in Africa.
Please, it's too loud. There is background noise there. Please stay where we can hear you. The children are making noise. Nobody is hearing you properly, please.
Okay. Okay. I say I believe in Africa we can make something. We can make something big, some investment. We don't need to force ourselves to buy lands, to buy houses, to go to America or Europe to make money. But I want to know one thing. Why our brothers in America or in Europe, they're always hiding the truth. They're always hiding themselves, showing themselves they're living very good. They have everything. They're living in paradise, you know? Like my brother said, no one happy in Europe. No one happy there. But always they are showing us in the major WhatsApp and everything else. They are showing us they are living in heaven, something like that. Why?
Well, you should know that there are people who post videos to impress, to give a false impression of reality on ground. That is, they want to impress their girlfriends, some want to impress their boyfriends, some want to impress their perceived enemies. There are people who want to give the impression that they are living well while they are not living well. Well, this is not the topic now. You don't take everything you see on social media serious. Do you understand what I mean? You don't.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, don't take it serious. I can come now and tell you I'm a millionaire, post pictures, go to a hotel and post videos, make videos and tell you you are not there. You don't know if it is actually true or false. So don't take these things serious.
Yes, I see. Okay.
So I appreciate you. Well, guys, since nobody else want to make a request, want to join the conversation, I want to bring this program to an end. The person I brought in did not say a word, so I want to appreciate every one of you that joined. I'm going to be coming live later tonight. I'm going to be coming later tonight, and we are just getting started. So, more broadcasts coming later today. I want to take a rest. I appreciate every one of you that joined this broadcast. A brother said he's happy and bold to speak up about these things. Why should you be afraid of saying the truth? This is what I said in the beginning. I said Trump is fulfilling his campaign promises. Why should you be mad at him? He is doing the right thing. He's a patriot. He's doing what he's supposed to do as the president of the country, of his country, of USA. How about your leaders? Do they fulfill their campaign promises? Not even one. Not even one. Well, guys, I want to end this broadcast here. I'll be coming back later. Why should I be afraid at this age to speak the truth? I don't, for what? If we don't speak up, then who will speak up for us? How about our children? Children born in Europe, they did not live in Africa. They don't know what is obtainable in Africa, what goes on in Africa. They don't know. It is our generation that is supposed to change things. Our generation. Well, guys, I want to end this broadcast. I don't like sitting for a long time. For those of you who just came across my video for the first time, my name is Rodi. So see you later. But don't forget, you can rewatch this broadcast on my YouTube page at Uncle Rodi. You go to YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel. My videos are there.